What are the most important things to look at when validating a market? So I'm going to start at the basics with this one because I see a few other questions related that I'll get a little more in depth after this one. So starting at the basics, the most important things to look at when validating a market are, number one, market size. Is there demand where I'm even looking? Is this a product? Is this a market that people are interested in? Whether we're talking Amazon or not. If we're talking Amazon, is there already money flowing here? If we're talking just in general business, is this a need? Do we hear whispers of people wanting what we're thinking about doing? Are there other examples of people that are doing a good job already seemingly, and we think we could do somewhat better in some way and get into that market? We need to get into something where we can validate the market. That is the first thing. That is a big mistake that a lot of new Amazon sellers make. It would make perfect sense that would apply to other industries outside of Amazon as well. But in the Amazon context, a lot of people will show me a product idea and the revenue is dead. And you can't ever expect that you're going to be the first one to prove a new market. Now, obviously, there are really standout examples where you do something revolutionary and you do that. That's possible, but it's not necessarily the risk reward profile that most of us are probably looking for when we're getting into something like Amazon FBA. We're not necessarily looking to create this revolutionary, completely new business model that has never existed before. So we're looking for proof that our concept is working. Now, the second thing that is often overlooked and needs to be paid even more attention to in terms of market validation is the level of competition versus that market size. So we have the market size, but then how in balance is that with the competition? And does it provide a landscape such that we think that we can break into that market and do things better and be able to actually achieve our revenue goals, whether we're just somewhere in the middle even? That is the way to look at that. Now, there's obviously a ton of other things you should do to actually make sure your product is going to do well in that market. But the question in terms of how do you know to validate it, those are the most important pieces that I would say. Is this something that is in demand somewhat? And is this something that is not blown out, or it's not too small? Does it have that right balance that I can actually fit in and achieve my revenue goals?